Shoot. Alright, welcome back to my 1972 Datsun 510. It is April 13, 2019, and today we're going to be working on this fender. We're going to be cutting out the rear arch, as well as cutting out some of these pieces here in order to reform and shape this. That's probably my least favorite part. I'm going to be having to form this by hand in order to put that on there where my fender doesn't get to there. But we've got some nice arches to sort of use as a reference, and we'll go ahead and try to keep those intact while we use them as a reference. I'd also like to point you to another channel. I have no affiliation with the guy other than he is doing fantastic work, and his production quality is amazing. Go check out George at Soup Classic Motoring. He's restoring a Range Rover Classic as well as an Esprit. Very cool videos. Definitely go check them out. But as he says, we're going to go ahead and get stuck in and get some of this work done. Let's get to it. GoPro, stop recording. So in the next several sections of the video, I actually go ahead and cut out the fender arch. I started by cutting the outer skin and then cutting the inner skin off as well. Whenever I realized that I couldn't get it off of the car like that, I then had to get out the spot weld remover and try to remove it. However, the spot welds were on so well that I just found it better to cut off that piece and go from there. Here, as I'm cleaning along the trunk, I realize there's a big chunk of trunk that I'm going to have to pull out. As you see, I have my spot weld cutter kit. I just bought this based on a viewer's suggestions, and let me tell you, I apologize I don't remember your name, but it is an amazing spot weld cutter. I'll give a little bit more of an overview of it in the next video. However, I really like it, and I can't say thank you enough to the person who suggested it. There you saw me cut a relief cut into the fender. That allowed me to get better access, so I didn't have to fight against a fender pushing down. Again, if I were the one to have bought the fender, I would have bought the entire replacement fender, not just a small portion of it. As I cleaned up the space, I realized that I was going to weld on the new piece. As I measured out the inner fender for cutting, I tried to make sure to give myself a little bit of an overlap, so that way I could not have the issue of it being too small. Alright, the next portion of this video I've spun up quite a bit because it's about 4 hours of me trying to make new fender arches. I started out first by trying to just shape the metal and bend it into place. It did not work. Then I took the top portion of the original fender and actually cut it out so I could see if I could then cut reliefs into it and then turn it around. I would tell you this didn't work. I think if I were doing it again, I would have probably cut more relief holes on, or slots on both the top and the bottom, and maybe it would have worked, but it just didn't follow the right curve, and it's just too much curve to try to work into it. I then also tried to lay it against other arches, etc. It just, again, this is all a complete failure. I kept it in here just to show you guys that I am working on stuff and I make plenty of mistakes. I'm sure some of you are scratching your head wondering why in the world would someone do something that stupid. The best answer I can give you is because I had the part on hand, I might as well try it. Waste not, want not, right? But it did not work. So I encourage you all to do a better job than me and just buy the right part first. I even tried cutting out the wood and then shaping the metal around it. Also didn't work. But tune in next time whenever I figure out how to actually maybe do this. Wow, I am not proud to say that you just watched about 4 hours of work with 0 things accomplished, which sucks. I have one more shot that I'm going to try before I go ahead and give up and order a whole new replacement panel for this back part, which I don't really want to do. So what you're going to see me do next is try to use a part that is for this right here, except I'm going to place it right back over here. It's going to take a little bit of reforming, but hopefully it won't be too much. But before I do that, I'll cut it apart and I'll put on the inner fender to give myself something to line up against. Alright, decided I'd finally set up a end screen for all of my videos. If you like what you see, go ahead and click the subscribe button. That subscribe button lets me know that I'm doing good work. Also, don't forget to set up your notifications so that way it'll notify you whenever I post a new video. Over here you're going to see my newest video. And then finally, over here is what YouTube suggests should be the next video in this series. I've got all my videos set up in different playlists, so you should be able to see